And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto episode 663. Today is Wednesday, February 17, 2021, and I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish. In today's top stories, over $100 million in crypto collectibles sold in the last 30 days. Coinbase readying for public listing gets $77 billion valuation from NASDAQ private market. Goldbug Peter Schiff gives Bitcoin permission to hit $100,000. Institutional adoption underscores urgency of clear crypto rules, says Hester Pierce. Russian Duma prepares bill on cryptocurrency taxation and more. But first and foremost, before we get to those prices, let's welcome a very special guest. We got CB News Network Crypto Blood in the house. Hey,
oh, yeah. What's going on, fellas? Yeah, so we're gonna skip episode 666, huh? Is that how y'all gonna do it?
We're going straight to 667.
Okay, no 13th floor, huh?
No 13th floor here. No 13th floor.
How y'all doing this morning?
Good. Thanks for being here, CB News Network, Crypto Blood. For all those who don't know, Crypto Blood has been in the game since being in the game. Triple OG over here. He knows all about crypto. And what makes Crypto Blood so great is that, like myself, Isaiah, everybody, I mean, hey, we're all on board on the crypto bandwagon, but we all have differing opinions and views. We've all done our due diligence and research to come to the table with those differing opinions and views. And I mean, hey, we all are right one time a day. So Crypto Blood is definitely a guy who knows what he's talking about. And we'll talk more about that. But let's go ahead and get into the prices today. Bitcoin Zay on Fox News again yesterday. Woo! What's going on with these prices?
Oh, yeah. So in a big I told you so, went on Fox News and told them about Bitcoin at 50K. Today, though, Bitcoin is actually at $51,617, up 4%. Ethereum at 1,822, up 1.7%. Ripple will not die at 54 cents, up 1.2%. Stellar at 49 cents is down 0.24%. Chainlink Marines at 31.99 are down 0.82% today. Cardano at 87 cents, down 1.6%. Litecoin having a great day, $231, up 8%. And last but not least, EOS at 482 is up 1.45%. So we're seeing a mixture of green and red. And again, this is the market time where you can literally close your eyes, throw a dart, and you can probably make some profit. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to make money in a bull market, but everybody looks like a genius. So just make sure you are taking your precautions and risk management seriously.
I will tell you what, Crypto Blood, we were in a chat about a couple weeks ago of that, and he definitely called the timing of the Bcash pump. Like you said, everything is going to eventually pump, but a lot of people are missing out on the timing. They're getting in at the tops. Which is crazy too. When you look at the charts, like some coins are reaching their top for the very first time, and that's what they're getting bought. But I do remember when Bcash was super low still a few weeks ago, Crypto Blood was like, I'm guaranteeing this is the next pump. He was like, this is the one that hasn't happened. He did all the TA, he did all the fundamental analysis. Crypto Blood, what are your thoughts on Bcash, EOS? Why do you still believe in some of these projects? Why do you think they're still going to continue to have investors?
So, guys, I'm over at EOS Detroit. I'm managing director over there now, man. So, definitely believe in EOS and the EOS IO family. So, EOS is not just that chain. They got other chains that, build on that platform. So I think just from a bandwidth perspective, EOS and EOS IO side chains are going to be great for gaming, for various things pertaining to like dApps and stuff, right? So that's why I think the EOS is still a strong competitor, and its numbers are showing that. Bitcoin Cash, it was literally just a fundamental play, not fundamental, but technical play, because it had not moved. It had been pretty much in cement for the whole bull run so far. So I'm like, hey, money's got to roll over into Bitcoin Cash. And we saw it, and I think it's just getting started actually. So I see Bitcoin Cash at $15, $16, $2,000 very soon.
Wow.
So what you're saying is Bcash is the GameStop of crypto right now.
Yeah.
Their project. Somebody decided, hey, we're gonna roll over and get this quick 400%. And then why not? I mean, why not? If it's a tradable asset, why not?
That's right, man. I don't follow it from a fundamental perspective. I don't know what the dev team is doing. I don't know anything.
All two of them.
All three of them.
But what you just said is important, people. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is the difference between what you get with some of us in this ecosystem for our alternative news cycles. It's like he being real with you. Hey, there was, this is the fundamental play. I don't see why he's doing it, but an investment strategy, it makes sense. And I mean, look, you gave both sides of it and it worked out. And you say you think it's going to keep pumping. Hey, I'm with you. After this Bitcoin pump, everything's about to go to alts for a couple of days. So get your money and get out, people. Some quick shout outs. Our comments are finally working again. Crypto culture, what's going on? Madam Crypto, Antonio. Hey, thanks, Antonio. Antonio said I had to get the chat started. Look, I had to warm that thing up. I had to say hello 3 times. T-Man Van, Tessa Hall, T Will Line Man for Hire, Sierra Van Axel, KB NYC, Will 45, Tony Nolly, Sergeant Mac, Money Match Gaming. There we go. Thanks for catching us live. Fanteasy 731, Kadeem, Bubble Boats, and JC Reddick III. What's going on, everybody? Make sure you smash those likes and shares. All right, top story of the day. We have to talk about this because this may change the crypto market as we know it. It's something we've been talking about, I think, since about 2018 now, after Coinbase started coming out with some very weird rhetoric, basically pushing away retail investors. But Coinbase is readying for public listing. Of course, I just accidentally clicked off the article. Coinbase readying for public listing, gets $77 billion valuation from NASDAQ private market. That is right. Last week's settlement price of $303 per share will make Coinbase bigger than New York Stock Exchange owner ICE. I would like to start this off by saying when I called the Coinbase IPO, I called it initially at a number, I think it was like 10 to 15 million. Within a year, I said, okay, I can see 20 to 25 billion. Right now, I still see it as 20 to 25 billion. I do not see it being worth 77 billion, but this is a good thing for crypto because you talk about unicorns of unicorns. If Coinbase gets bought for anything above 50 billion, exchanges are about to sell those bags and we're going full institution. That's what I think. Bitcoin's a crypto blow. What you guys got?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I agree with you there. And I think if you take a look at the article, it's funny because Coinbase gave no comment. And I don't think they want to comment on this because I think even they think this is too high. 77 billion, really? More than the Intercontinental Exchange? No. I think there's people being a little facetious. I have heard 50 billion before from somebody who's actually, that's all they invest in is IPOs. They're good at it. They find it. They said 50 billion would be, the max. So 77 billion is way out there. And I think Coinbase, they want to get their investors rich who invested in them early, which is fine. But I honestly think this is their exit strategy because they will, in my opinion, they won't be as competitive when Fidelity enters the market, when PayPal enters the market. They're the same company. You're just a crypto bank. And once people start seeing customer services is trash and all the other problems, I think Coinbase is just going to cash out their investors. They'll keep rolling, but it's too much competition now for them to be dominant long term. So yeah, I think it's a good cash out play.
I mean, these overvaluations on the IPOs are just a symptom of what's going on with the Federal Reserve, right? So they've been printing easy money and easy credit out there. So you're going to continue to see these high valuations on IPOs and companies that are already public. So it doesn't surprise me. They may end up reeling it in a little bit for a price below that, just so that, they don't have a huge crash on the first day. That doesn't look good either. So we'll see. But like Zay said, I mean, Coinbase competitive advantage is very small, in my opinion, once these other companies start jumping online and really providing that service as well.
Yeah, $300 a share, and Apple shares are 130.
Yeah, but I don't know what's the float?
But
how many shares are out?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but still, it's just kind of, you're right. I think too much money printing. We're pushing people's valuations way past what they should be in USD terms because it's easy money. It's just money flowing everywhere. Everybody is spending it. But
when I saw it again, I'm happy for the community because if Coinbase gets bought for 77 billion, the precedent is set. It's kind of like in 2017, 2018, we saw Circle bought Poloniex. Like everyone in the community was like 300 million for Poloniex. Like we could start you from scratch with 500.
I think Zay, we know a couple people that may be early investors in Coinbase. I know one or two myself. So
Nas.
It's a payday for them, but unfortunately people in the crypto space won't won't be able to take advantage of that, you know. And here we go again, same old game they were doing on Wall Street. They're starting here in crypto.
Just remixed, yeah.
Just remixed.
Just rolled it up in a crypto burrito.
Oh,
Leroy Forbes made a good point. He says 77 billion is crazy for a platform with garbage customer service. That is what's crazy, people. They don't even have customer support yet. Like, could you imagine if it was like, if we all would be like, oh yeah, Coinbase customer support is awesome, it's amazing, I get in touch with you within 4 hours type deal. Could you imagine we herald about it? That would make it worth 100 billion. You know what I mean? It's like people complain about Coinbase and they still worth 77 billion. So again, I think this is a good sign for the market because, hey, they want to buy the bags, cool, push the money in, and we're going to keep on keeping on. Mm-hmm. Goldbug Peter Schiff gives Bitcoin permission to hit $100,000.
Oh yeah! Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, man.
Oh,
we appreciate it.
It's like he sounds like Jamie the Dino Diamond. We have a clip, some commercial coming out soon, folks. And in it, we reference Jamie Dimon when he said Bitcoin will close at $100,000. And I guess Peter Schiff is going along with this narrative. Bitcoin's what is this article about here? Bitcoin's
I think I lost you for a second.
There we go.
Yeah, I think I lost you for a second. Yeah, all right. Yeah, it froze over. But yeah, Peter Schiff giving Bitcoin permission to hit 100K. If you didn't know, last night he was on Clubhouse explaining himself. He basically was trying to appeal to the fact that, yes, because it passed 50K, it could hit 100K. But even still, it's still a bubble. He won't let it go. Even though he sells gold for Bitcoin on his website, I still think people think Peter Schiff doesn't have Bitcoin. I really think he's just trolling. There's no way Peter Schiff has been trolling this long. He's been accepting Bitcoin for gold, and his son has Bitcoin, but he doesn't have any. I think he's just a master manipulator. This is how he gets, eyes on him. And this is how he stays relevant because as a money manager, he's done awful over the last decade. So if he's not going to have exposure to Bitcoin, which is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. If you got introduced to Bitcoin at $10 and you still haven't bought at 50,000, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, you just are. I don't care how many accolades you have. So he was trying to explain himself away, but honestly, what can you say at this point? I mean, what else? Can somebody help me with Peter Schiff being able to go against the grain? Because I don't think we'll ever see a tweet where he says, "I finally bought Bitcoin." He's just gonna keep it going and keep making up reasons why he shouldn't buy it.
Well, our man Max Kaiser claims that Peter Schiff converted 100 million in Bitcoin 6 years ago to fiat. Saying that he actually sold 6 years ago. He sold way too early.
Ooh,
so
I can see that happening.
That's what my man Max Kaiser is saying. Well, I don't know, but I'm gonna give you this, guys. I'm gonna give you this on the flip side, man. Is this a harbinger or sign that we're at the top?
Listen, I kind of
we're close.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Local top. Local top.
And I started thinking top already. And again, I'm going back to that Doge play. We on this show told everybody that day the Snoop Doge thing came out. It was time to sell. We said that morning at the top of the show. Whoever held on to Doge after that show lost money, period. They're still losing money. So I am with you. When you start getting these, I think you mentioned something about this as well, Bitcoin's about another chart that kind of shows when the local tops coming, whatever.
Yeah, the Pi cycle chart on lookintobitcoin.com. If you I'll pull it up. I'll put the link.
Okay.
Right. So is those things between the charts, and then again, you got Peter Schiff back in the news. Not only that, we got the all-time high. I mean, even if this is a local top or this is a top, how long do you all think we could go into a possible bear cycle? It would be a 1 week thing, a month, 3 months. 2021 is still going to be popping.
Yeah, I mean, it's of course hard to say, but you know, some whales that I know are targeting 100,000.
There it
is. In and around there, maybe a local top.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm thinking 65 to 75. And then we have a short sell-off because of tax season. Once people realize capital gains, and then not far because institutions are buying. They're gonna buy up all those dips, and then closer to the summer, we'll see 100K, and then later this year 200. That was my prediction on Dr. Boyce Watkins. So 200 for the end of the year. But yeah, we will have a slight pullback. But I think that's when we'll see alt season, when it's a pullback on Bitcoin, and then because I think this is just a teaser. looking at some of these
I
charts.
think we got to touch 20K, King.
Oh yeah.
You know, I told you.
Yeah.
Hey, what if we do? You know, it'd be great if we did hit 65 and then we went down to 20K by like June.
I read sooner than later.
Yeah, yeah.
I would prefer
March to June was just super alt season, like 2017, because this is 2017.
Right.
And then Bitcoin recovers, goes crazy, and then people who lost out on that trying to trade alts, they're gonna get caught up in the shuffle again. So I can definitely see that happening. Us going up 75, 100, it going back down. I don't know if 20K, but I would love to.
I would love to hit the 20K marker one more time before we get going.
I can't believe I'm excited about 20K.
Hey, and I'm looking at the Pi cycle top indicator. We are literally this close to it crossing over.
Wow.
Like we're right there. And I'll show you.
Pull that up.
I'll pull it up here. I'll share the screen. This is something that I was introduced to probably about 6 months ago. And the Pi cycle indicator basically shows you when the local top is within 3 days. So it's been correct the last 2 bull cycles. And right here, as you can see, the green line, the orange line, when they cross, that's when we have our tops right here. 2017 right here, 2013, same thing. So when they cross right here, boom, top.
We are,
and we're getting very close. So for those people who have never seen this before, this is literally just for people to catch to see the top, to see, you know, a local top, and then adjust from there. That doesn't mean Bitcoin's price doesn't go back up. Just means that that's the local top, because again, the first local top was at 20K, and now we're at 50. So even if we have that again, I don't want anybody to think I need to sell everything and then wait to jump back in.
No,
probably not gonna get that opportunity.
And speaking of tops and charts, I don't know who made it. I only saw the headline. I'm not even giving it respect of my click. I saw an article that said how and why Bitcoin is following Polkadot's price charting or trends or something. I was like,
I saw that bullshit.
Like, who is writing this stuff and who is reading it? People? Bitcoin is not following anybody, especially not Polkadot, right? And no offense to Polkadot. I mean, I'm an investor of Polkadot. So not to even say I believe in the long term, I do believe they have a chance, just like many other projects, though. But to say that Bitcoin's following the price or the trending of Polkadot
which was created after Bitcoin,
right? So look out for those type of articles. Some quick comments, real quick. Amaz Sakin said, "Oh snap, CB, that's right." Nevin Baker, could this be a .com era type of event where a company is wildly overvalued? Yes. We do think it is that type of thing. And then like Crypto Blood said, it has a lot to do with all the money we print too. I did not think about that essentially. So yeah, we printed a lot of money, and institutions got a lot of that money from that those loans, those government loans. Was it the pandemic relief loans and everything? They, you remember, it was Root Chris pulled in like $10-20 million and gave it back.
Man, them stimmy dollars, boy, them stimmies.
Stimmies. I can only imagine a financial institution had to pull in at least 100, 200 million. And why not? Hey, throw that to Coinbase. Go ahead. That ain't my money. That's y'all money out there.
That's what Michael Saylor doing.
Right.
600 million. It was like, I'm gonna buy Bitcoin with it, with y'all's money.
What's going on, John Diggs, Andre Durden, Crypto Culture? Said Bitcoin going to 500,000. Blues Lover, we will put a link in for Sunday, our new show. We'll be talking about that. MG said, what's the alternative to Coinbase? Gemini and Uphold are pretty good alternatives right now. Quarter Crawler said Peter Schiff is on suicide watch. Let's see. I saw some funny Peter ones. The Crypto Clan said the money management is poor too. Coinbase has issues. Oh yeah. Mike said Schiff is shifting his opinion. Haha. Thank you, John D, for the tip. Said I hate King Bless because he has so much Bitcoin and have so little. Hate. What's the status on Bitcoin hoodies? Well, we do have our own in-house hoodies that our Crypto Warrior Minho Donahoe makes. We always have those in the description. I know Bitcoin Zay has the no keys, no cheese ones as well. So we'll make sure we have all those links. And just to go back to that, people, it's kind of like what we said about the people who've been in Bitcoin for 10 to 15 years, or excuse me, I said 15, since its inception, 10, 12 years, who still aren't rich. Like, just because we've been into Bitcoin, like we've had to spend it to stay afloat during the bear cycle, people. So we probably have way less than what everyone thinks. I mean, we still have more than what most people have, but we have way less than what most people think. So
we're still in the 1%, but not
I'm not in less than 1%.
But not the 0.1%.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Institutional adoption underscores urgency of clear crypto rules, said Hester Pierce. I had to bring this article up since they want to keep labeling her crypto mom. This is exactly what we were talking about. Stop calling people crypto mom and dad and look at what they're doing. And just by the headline, it looks like This is a move we have recently seen where the institutions have to make changes and have to do things, and all of a sudden regulators need to get to work. Not because retail investors want to invest in Bitcoin, do Bitcoin ETFs and all this other stuff, but because institutions are coming. That is right. Regulatory clarity in the crypto industry is needed now more than ever, per one official. There it is, aka Crypto Mom. I still don't know who coined her that. But as institutions move into the cryptocurrency space, the need for clear rules regarding digital assets is critical. An official at the Securities and Exchange Commission said, "Hey, it's gang. Y'all know what time it is. Oh, they making money?"
Yep.
SEC. Yeah, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say because retail wasn't making enough money for them to come up with, I guess, the rules that they think they need. But when institutional money is coming in, there's not clear rules. You don't want them to be trying to get caught in that web of breaking the law. So I'm not surprised she says this.
What are your thoughts, CB?
Man, it's, the first thing I thought of was NFTs. I think, somehow, some way they're going to find a way or reason to get into the regulatory space for NFTs too. And this is going to it's going to slow things down, make things more expensive. It's just a shame, man, but they've got to get their hands on this cash, so it's coming. But thankfully with crypto, there are a lot of ways you can protect yourself from stuff like that. So I'll leave it at that.
And it says here, she discussed the implications of institutional crypto adoption with Reuters on Saturday, following a series of massive crypto-related events in the last few weeks. And she's quoted saying that adds to the urgency of us taking some sort of action in this area to provide more clarity. And again, my only thing here is that where was all this for retail investors, right? And it's
nowhere to be found.
Where was it all? Where was it for the ICO people? You going back at Reggie Middleton from Veritasium 2-3 years later for something he did in 2017.
Yeah,
and you're just now in 2021 as the SEC commissioner saying we need clear crypto guidance and rules for institutions because we do not have it. And everyone you prosecuted in 2017 under those ICOs, you need to give them their money back. Because like you just said, you didn't have clear crypto rules. I'm not even a lawyer. I just saw the hole in that argument.
And shout out to Reggie Middleton. He was ahead of his time. He really was.
With UltraCoin? Oh my God.
I mean, he was ahead of his time. That was his only problem. Like if you're too fast for the SEC, they want to slow it down. And they do that with their regulations, with charging these ICOs. There was a lot of scammy ICOs, but at its base level, the ability to invest using crypto from anywhere in the world in any project you want to is a beautiful idea. And if they would have allowed them to have sort of a blockchain sandbox, so to say, with, they come up with regulatory stuff later, that might have been good, but they just blanket ban everything. And then that's another story as far as ICOs, but going into the future, come on, SEC, if y'all want to do something, come up with some rules, get it out the way, and let's get it going, because this gray area for her seems bad, but for us, it seems like you're just picking on the little guy and then falling in love with institutions while still trying to seem like Crypto Mom. Don't really get it.
Shout out to Wendy O.
Your side.
Shout out to Wendy O.
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to Wendy O. I just saw her join the chat. For those who don't know, Wendy O has been in the space for some years as well. Seen her at a few events out here in LA, so a few Bitcoin meetups. So she's nonstop, always hitting the pavement for crypto. So shout out to Wendy O. Make sure you all check her out. I know she has some good things going on as well. And we gotta have you on the show, Wendy. So we'll set that up. Ryan James said, "King, you had on that whole Bitcoin tee the other day. Been trying to find it. That was some of our old t-shirts we had. What was that, back in 2017?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, we used to have a bunch of t-shirts in 2017. They were pretty cool. The Dino of the Days, the hoes. But we nixed them.
We got to bring those back. We got to bring those back for Talk
We'll bring them back. We'll bring them back. We had nixed them at the time. We was like, all right, it's too early for the t-shirt business right now in crypto.
We were too early for that.
Yeah, too many things.
Yeah, timing is everything, ladies and gents. Timing is everything.
Everything. Speaking of timing and some other things in the crypto market, Russia Duma prepares bill on cryptocurrency taxation. Wow. What's going on with the Russian Duma, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh man. So Russia has moved a step closer to introducing crypto tax legislation after the country's parliament approved the corresponding bill in the first reading. As reported by state news agency, the State Duma, the country's lower house of government, approved draft legislation on crypto taxes on Wednesday. It recognizes cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin as property while criminalizing non-declaration of crypto trading profits. This includes the country's residents and foreign citizens, as well as local and international organizations in Russia. So one of the things you have to remember is that Bitcoin is scarce, of course, but I don't think people realize how scarce the supply is at this point. Countries don't have their hands on Bitcoin, so they're going to try and do things like this, tax you or tax your Bitcoin and then accept it for payment, because I think they'll either give a discount or they'll just force you to do it, depending on how the market moves. And I think that's the only way that governments are going to be able to obtain Bitcoin or to obtain cryptocurrencies for their war chest long term, unless they've done like do before, gang like we do, kick in the door and wave the fofo, and we just take your Bitcoin from you if you got too much, like Vinnick.
Like I never know what he's gonna say.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Hey, so that's your choices right now, but at least they're trying to do the tax part of it. I can't say this is surprising though. Pretty sure every government is going to have a tax policy where you can pay in Bitcoin. So yes, this is something that I think the Russian government has been planning for a while.
Oh,
man. Blood, what are your thoughts?
What do you think, Blood?
I agree, man. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with here, especially here in the United States, man. It's going to get ugly once we start hitting like $500,000 Bitcoin, 300,000. Yeah. They're going to really start clamping down and try to slow down the adoption. And it's unfortunate because I think a lot of other countries are going to really become like the forefront for crypto and Bitcoin adoption. So Russia doesn't surprise me. You know, Putin over there, mad. You know, he didn't get any coins when he was on his horse back a couple years ago, running around and topless.
Exactly. Running around eating shrimps with his shirt off.
Oh, hold on, slow down, everybody. Hold on. There's not going to be too much Putin disparaging going on here. We're going to steer clear of that gang. All right, we already got one here. We don't need two. Because
man, the KGB.
Yeah. We be like that movie Crypto out here. No, it is crazy to see that in general. Was it the Russian Duma? I think that's going to set precedent, like you said, for what the United States might try. But even crazy, I think it's going to set precedent to how humans feel about taking other people's crypto. Think about it. Right now, it's not on the top of anybody's mind because it's still not the thing yet. But what happens when governments start putting that press down? If you're not using these coins, if you're not using these wallets, if you're not doing your crypto this way, because we just now started telling you to do it this way in 2021, then you're a criminal now. You're a bad guy, and we will put you in jail. Or if you don't want to go to jail, if you don't let us kidnap you, we'll kill you, right?
You peep how they said that they're recognizing Bitcoin as a property. None of these countries are talking about Bitcoin as a currency. I wonder why. There has to be some strategy on that, Jay.
Yeah. And a lot of times, I don't think they mention the word Bitcoin in a lot of things they say. They say cryptocurrencies. They say blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology. They avoid the word at all costs. If you
don't tell nobody else about that shit.
Yeah, if you read any article from a high government official, the word Bitcoin does not come out of their mouth. And I think there is something to be said about that, because I think they can feel what's coming. And the Nigerian senator that we showed, where he was like, well, what do? We can't control Bitcoin. All these young kids are going to use it. We can't do anything about it. I think there's a lot of regulators that's going to throw their hands up and be like, we can't do anything about it, but we can find a way to either take it or coerce people into using it a certain way, like King said. So this is just more par for the course. But I think it's just, like you said, there's going to be like a chasm at like 300K, 500K.
I'm in the comment section over here.
Yeah, the comments going crazy.
Bro, first of all, John D, thank you for the tip. John D said, bring the old Bitcoin hoodies. You guys just earned a dislike. First of all, John D, are you actually the person giving us that one dislike every day? If so, we got to get you on live just to tell us why. This is hilarious. Hey, Crypto, we get one dislike every day. I don't know if John D,
me too.
The one, or if he's trolling right now.
It's the crypto Nazis out there hating on the brothers.
Thanks for the tip, John D. No, John D's always in here, but I do wonder who's giving us that one dislike. It's hilarious to us. Truth Seeker said, let's see, private aviation company Private Fly announced today that almost 20% of its yearly revenues are now coming from travelers paying with Bitcoin. Wow. What's going on, Woody Lawn Care? Blues Lovers said, LOL, call her Crypto Karen, talking about Hester Pierce, Crypto Mom. That's hilarious.
Wow.
Crypto Karen, shots fired. Let's see. My Ninja said, oh, snap, Crypto Blood in here. Hey, there we go. You already know.
What up, though?
I had some good ones. Oh, Kadeem Midget said, government finna run up on us like CJ from San Andreas. Hilarious. Crypto Rasputin said, Putin don't play. Pay him and his oligarchs or the gulag. For those who don't know, that is a Call of Duty reference. Hilarious as well.
Hey, Putin. Putin is Putin.
There it is. All right. Last but certainly not least, I know Bitcoin Zay covered this on yesterday's show. I know Crypto Blood and some of his crew has been talking about it as well. So I wanted to bring this back up as a headline today. But over $100 million in crypto collectible NFTs sold in the last 30 days. That's right. From NBA Top Shots to Hash Mask. I've been seeing the Hash Mask to Crypto Punks. Collectible NFTs are selling like hotcakes. Again, those are non-fungible token sales. They're booming, and top marketplaces are selling at record volume levels. The way it looks to me so far, we went from ICO craze to DeFi craze to NFT craze. Let's go ahead and have Crypto Blood start this story off. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we talked about this over the weekend on Off the Chain episode 666. I'm just playing.
Oh, you did it.
But yeah, man, it's like I said, when I see these types of headlines, I think regulation, man. I just think regulation. I think ICO boom. I think SEC coming in somehow, some way. Listen, when they see you making money, they don't like that. That won't last for too long, man. When the regular people are making good money. My man Ken Bozak, shout out to him. He just sold an NFT for $6,000 over the weekend. One of his NFTs. So you start seeing this, man. I don't know what type of and that's one thing I've been thinking about. Like, how can you regulate a non-fungible token? Each token is a different asset. You know what I'm saying?
Really quick, Crypto Blood, like, can you give us the elevator pitch on what an NFT is? What's the non-fungible token to our new listeners here who just, wait, 1,500% in 30 days? What is this? If that's their question, what would you say to them?
Yeah, so fungibility is what you sort of have with a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Litecoin, meaning I could give you, Zay, a coin, and then I can give King a coin, and they're interchangeable. There's no difference. We can swap them around. I can give, you can give me yours back and I can give you his. So it's all swappable, right? Well, with a non-fungible token, that means there are some characteristics where if I have a token and I give it to you, King, you couldn't give me yours in return because they're two different assets. They have different characteristics. So they're using these NFTs for digital art, even physical things as well to back those physical items and assets for on the blockchain. So that's where you can't just swap them back and forth with another person. That's what the non-fungible portion of it is. So that's really big. It's becoming really huge. As you see, a lot of money being transacted there, and it's going to get bigger. But at some point, guys, I just don't know what it looks like. But I think the SEC and those gangs are going to come in and start cleaning up. I don't know how.
And even if the SEC doesn't get involved, gas fees might take down NFTs.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean,
that's why we got Binance going crazy, right?
If people want to ignore it, they can ignore it. But I've seen too many people buy NFTs, $1,000 NFT with a $300 gas fee.
Yep.
That's not sustainable.
Not sustainable.
Long term.
No. And that's why you have Wax, EOSIO. Yeah,
exactly. I was gonna say you're gonna start seeing NFTs introduced on other platforms where that's not a problem. And for my money, I don't see why NFTs couldn't be on Bitcoin. But some of the coins with less traffic on the blockchain that are faster and they have less fees, I think they can take advantage of the NFT market easily. The problem is Ethereum is the most popular, the most used right now. So people are going to buy off of there. It's more integrated in the MetaMask. It's on all the exchanges. So people are going to use it. But as more people realize this, I guarantee you're going to see an explosion of other platforms with NFTs. So this is going to be a game of whack-a-mole for regulators. Yeah. Like you said, I mean, you can try to stop one, but then you can't stop the other. And then you got digital music, you got digital art, you got digital whatever. And then people can tokenize everything at a certain point. It's just about where that seed private key comes from in order to make it, non-fungible. So one of the things you have to realize is that it's just getting started, but like the ICO craze, DeFi craze, it still has to prove itself. But again, once people jump in it and they make some money, it's the best thing ever. But hopefully,
you made a good point on the show you did yesterday when you were talking about them. You said that basically you were talking about how it would be competing with the physical, like say physical art piece with the NFT on it. That's the way I envision the market more or less than it being a digital one. Because again, I actually went on OpenSea the other day looking at different NFTs. Like, all right, let me read up on everything, get up on all his literature and stuff, of course, make sure I'm well versed. And it's just like, personally, I would rather have the physical art or something physical with the NFT on it to be able to check it and make sure everything was there. So how does that look? Will that be a competition thing, or will these things work together like on the same layer type?
No, they're going to work together. It's not going to be it's going to be a complement. Okay. You know, NFTs are going to be a complement to physical assets like physical art pieces and stuff like that. You'll be able to represent that on the blockchain. So no, I think it's going to be a complement, not a competition.
Cool. Yeah, and I think if you follow Michael Johnson, who just had an NFT art gallery, it's actually in Beverly Hills right now at Art Angel.
I'll pull up this. I might go today. Michael Johnson.
Yep. He's Michael Johnson. He used to play for the Dodgers back in the day, but he's an artist who actually got into NFTs early. I'm gonna put a link to his thing in there. So.
One last question before we wrap up this NFT in the show for the most part. It says the leading marketplace for NFT resale, OpenSea, saw an increase of 400% in volume for February as it surged from 8 million to 32 million. Crazy. But even bigger, and again, this has been all the talk of the town, where the new tokens will be airdropped from, right? Will we get any new DeFi or any new airdrops in 2021? And people were saying OpenSea is a potential candidate because they are growing, they're getting bigger, and they don't have their own token right now. Crypto Blood, do you see that happen? They'll create their own token on that platform, airdropping something?
Yeah, that'll be dope. I mean, you saw Tornado Cash.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was alluding
to. Yeah. So that's the new wave, and that's a way for companies to essentially get around the SEC. When you airdrop it, it's no way that circumvents the Howey test all day, every day. Yeah. If you give something away, there's not a security because you're giving it away. So that may be possible. Yep.
Another game of whack-a-mole.
For those
exactly.
I know, right? That's why they keep thinking they're going to stop. And it's like, and people, this is another reason why I'm anti-regulation in this space, or at least I will go back to who do we have on? We say I'm anti-bad regulation. All right, I'll do that in rhetoric, even though I'm anti-regulation. And the reason is because it is whack-a-mole. And everyone keeps saying mitigate risk and we need regulation stuff. We're paying for it, people.
That's why they're panicking. That's why they're really in a tizzy right now with this whole regulatory space with crypto, because it is a whack-a-mole game. They can't corner us. They can try, they can regulate the on ramps and off ramps, but like once you get in there, it's fair game. Once you get on the chain on the block, it's a wrap. So that's why I say we still have hope. There is still some light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to cryptos and fighting against regulatory agencies around the country and around the world, I should say.
Well, and not only that, my thing is I don't want to spend my tax money on these task force and chasing and whack-a-mole and crypto. I don't that's our tax money. So I don't agree with that in the sense, like, I'd rather just keep that money and put it back in crypto. If something happened to me, let it happen. I'll just keep it in Bitcoin, figure the rest out. But instead, it's like, no, we're paying them to whack-a-mole, which it clearly isn't working here. A few comments here. Saw some more good ones. Let's see going down. First, thanks for the tip again, John D. See, I'm getting that itch to see some of my Litecoin. What do you think? What are you guys' thoughts on Litecoin?
I think Litecoin has some room to grow in price, but it's a tradable asset. So, I mean, I don't see, as far as anybody that's thinking about holding it long term, I don't see why not.
It'll go up.
It'll go up more.
It's gonna go up. Yeah.
I mean, what was the high for Litecoin? $400 or something?
3 something. Yeah.
3 something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at 215 or whatever it is, it has room to grow to get to its all-time high. This is why I said we had a mini alt season, and a real alt season is coming later. You saw the push. If you look at the charts, a lot of coins just push past their first resistance or first real resistance. Mm-hmm. And then what you're seeing is that it's still far away from their all-time high in USD and Bitcoin. So you're like, well, it still has room to grow. So that's why I said, Litecoin made, but you're gonna be holding for the whole year if you're waiting for
King, that. Remember, and that was one of the reasons I was real bullish on Bitcoin Cash and made that call a couple of weeks ago, was because when Bitcoin hit its all-time high of 20,000, Bitcoin Cash was at like $3,600, $3,200 a coin.
That's true.
So I'm like, look, bro, we're at $50,000 Bitcoin, and we got a $700 Bitcoin Cash is going higher, man.
And you
same
called it,
with
it was
Litecoin.
lower than that.
Same
When you
with
actually told
Litecoin.
me the other day, it was lower than that. That's why I was like, I got to give him credit.
Oh, it was at 430, 430
yeah,
something.
yeah. That was a nice, like, if you, and I looked at it, like, I had it on my watch list. I was like, I'm just going to watch it. As he said, for me, I didn't do it because I was already extended to where I wanted my, I already had my things in place, but I was watching it because I was like, all right, let's check it out. And like I said, you called it perfectly because it did have one of the higher pumps in that time frame than almost any other coin. So I had to give you credit for that one, man. Definitely. Let's see. Crypto Q said they slanging real good. Gonna have to drop down on them. I know where it's from. I had to act it out. I had to act it out for y'all.
Oh man.
That belly. What's going on, Alpha and Robbins? Welcome back. My Ninja said the other technical users for NFT tech is huge. Will 45 said real good. Gervais Wright, the biggest issue of code free speech and who determines that. You can earn royalties on NFTs for life. So that's cool. Tony Nolly says they just came up with a use case for Doge. And here's the other side NFT argument. I know we're going to see a lot of these. Jay Patchy says 32 million for a JPEG and put the little question mark face up there. Get the war started, Jay Patchy.
Hey, you're gonna have some blood NFTs coming on deck real soon, so you better swap them up.
Yeah.
Y'all really listen. I'm not gonna lie. I do see it, but I don't fully see it. And I mean, I get it. I know it's gonna happen, but maybe it's just because I'm not an artist and all this. I don't fully see it. I looked into it. I was just like, I'm not playing with it. For me, it's too much. It's too much for me.
Look, man, this money that people have made in crypto, you
my
gotta
NFT be physical.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then Whistle Tone said, where can I go to get a beginner breakdown on this? Crypto Blood, where's some beginner places for NFTs?
Ah, man, I don't even know.
There we go.
Google NFT for beginners.
Yeah, maybe Zay knows. I'm not sure.
I know Decrypt has one. I was gonna say I'm about to put a link in there. Decrypt has one.
Yeah, Decrypt sure does. Yep.
Les Square said, would you take some profit and then reinvest once it goes down again, or depending how much profit is worth the risk? Yes. So whether you're talking about Bcash or trading in general, for at least for me, a lot of these coins that aren't Bitcoin, I'm trading them. I am not a long-term investor in them. I mean, it's a couple I might look at long-term, but most of them I'm trading. So when it comes to that, when you ask about that pullback and would you reinvest? And yes, because I actually was just charting it for the last week with the volatility we had last week in the sideways movement pattern. By and large, if you were to, like, every 24 to 30 hours, if you were to trade in and out of a few certain coins of your projects or everything your portfolio you had, there was moments to make literally 20 to 30% of your portfolio every day the last week and a half. Like, I've been charting it. You can make 20 to 30% on your portfolio every day. And these were ghost trades for me because I was like, I'm not about to do it. I want to make sure I'm on the right track. But I've charted and seen some things that I think we're going to see again. So my thought is to pull out, take profit, put it in a stable coin maybe, and then go right back in, because everything is going to continue to dip as Bitcoin rises. So as you saw today, Bitcoin went up to 51,000. Everything dipped. That was your time right there to make that call to go back in and buy all those things on the dips. And we're seeing them recover already as the price of Bitcoin starts to retrace a little bit.
Oh yeah, and if you are going to sell it into stable coins if you can, and earn some percent. You can earn like 9% on stable coins, on certain stable coins, 7%. So you can still make money while you're waiting to buy the dip. So either way, you don't have to go back to a bank at any point. Like, once people realize that, nobody will want to use a bank.
Crypto Rasputin said OpenSea has a good NFT manual. That is true. OpenSea has a lot of great resources, so check it out. John Diggs said, look up Mark Cuban's views on NFTs. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to look up Mark Cuban views on anything, though I do know he probably is a big NFT guy with the Mavericks and everything. That is right up his alley, so I can see that working. Other than that, that is the show for the day. Crypto Blood, you have anything you want to plug?
Oh man, Detroit, Crypto City, Motor City. Shout out to King. No, man, just you guys can just check me out on YouTube. I do daily videos for the most part. I had a little son about 3 weeks ago, so it's been kind of slow,
congratulations.
Yeah, so speeding back up.
Oh, congrats. Oh yeah.
Thanks. So check me out on YouTube, Crypto Blood, and on Twitter, CryptoBlood_.
There we go. Listen, all I'm saying, Bitcoin Zay and Crypto Blood, if we want to build empires like we want to, We got a daughter. We got a son. Same age. Let's get this crypto gang going.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm playing matchmaker
so
with kids. When they get older, I'm like, hey.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole Bitcoin community.
Yes, sir.
But seriously, how crazy is it gonna be 20 years from now when y'all kids are 20 years old? And they're like, oh, we grew up in this crypto thing. Our dads do crypto. Like, what? That's gonna be crazy. This is like JP Morgan Chase happening all over again right now. This is
yes, sir.
Jekyll Island. Bitcoin Zay, what do you have to plug? You were on Fox News again yesterday. Third time to charm.
Third time
Bitcoin Zay is officially basically a host over at Fox.
Man, you on major news more than Peter Schiff now, boy.
Really, you are
mad at you, boy.
Hey,
boy,
they tired of hearing old men yell at clouds.
Yeah.
They want to hear people actually talk about what's actually happening, and Bitcoin is what's happening. So yeah, shout out to Fox. Interview with MTV that'll be coming out later this month. So yeah, the national TV stuff is cool, but I'm just glad that this is the channel that launched it. So also too, make sure you watch Talk Shop Live Sundays at 6. First episode will be this Sunday, me and King. And we definitely got to bring you on for an interview 1 week, Crypto Blood. Go into some deep market analysis because we'll be looking at charts.
Okay.
We'll be showing different coins. We'll talk about different projects. So we go a lot deeper on the weekly show. So a lot of people who are watching us daily, we can't answer your questions, but put them in the comments below and we will put them and feature them in the weekly show. So Talk Shop Live.
Hey, thanks, Maurice Parks. You all know sometimes we're live and I forget words and what I'm trying to say. So I appreciate the Warriors always helping me out in the comment section. Maurice Parks was like Fox contributor. That is the word I was looking for. And see, Maurice knows what's up. He didn't even really correct me. He just put it in the box. He's like, just in case you read this, player. I appreciate that, Maurice. That was the word. I said a host. I was looking for a contributor. So that is what it is. All right. Other than that, as always, thanks for watching the show. Make sure you check out the CB News Network. Like I said, Crypto Blood has been in space for forever. He knows what he's talking about. Sometimes different tokens, different projects, different coins than we like, but he knows what he's talking about. So make sure you follow him on everything. If you want more around the clock crypto news and analysis, of course, Bitcoin Zay, as he said, Fox News, check that out from yesterday. Has an MTV thing coming up. We're doing our talk show live show on Sunday. We will put that link in the description. It'll probably take a couple of hours because the video has to process first, and then we'll add the links and everything. But other than that, as always, thanks for watching. Almost 200 people are on live. Please smash that like. And if you really want to help us out, smash the share, people. That is how we get paid, is by you clicking that thumbs up, and the algorithm and the advertisers will do the rest. Again, everyone, thanks for watching. Crypto Blood, thank you for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Boss up. And shout out to Crypto Blood. I got to say, like I told y'all, when I came to Detroit, listen, you sat me down, showed me a good time. I got to meet a lot
around the city and
what's that?
Speeding down Woodward.
Speeding down Woodward. You know how it is. Other than that, we actually were. That's funny. Hey, all right, we out of here. All right. Thanks for watching, people. Smash that like and share. And we'll see